Yes, you've got video game audio now.
Correct. Hooray. Sorry about that, everybody.
Game audio is a little loud though. You might want to turn it down.
Okay. That should
Windows loves to just like change your settings to whatever it feels like at any time.
I think the most annoying thing is that this worked. It worked fine. And now it's being... What better way to start the angry video game than by getting angry at the stream?
Exactly.
Okay.
You've got it right there.
But yeah, made by CyberConnect 2. This is people who made the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games. This is a lot like those, except there's no fighting system in it.
No, there's barely combat in it, which is a weird thing to say about a game where you are fighting the gods.
Yes. All right. I bought all the DLC, which I just realized I forgot to expense. So at some point next month, I'm going to start putting those expenses in.
That's an investment in yourself anyway, Imran.
I like the descriptors. For players who want to enjoy the story. For players who want to seek revenge on those who betrayed them. For players who want to unleash their wrath. I feel like we should just seek revenge. I feel like that's our goal.
Yeah, I think that's kind of, a lot of these games these days will have story mode, but for a game that is about a man who is angry and trying to get his revenge with his anger, I think that is story mode.
Yeah. I mean, this entire game is pretty much a story mode.
Yeah, this game is like, people will see soon, but it's like 75% of the way to a visual novel.
Yeah. The interesting thing was, you'd think, like, at the time, you would think people would be like, oh man, I can't believe this game just has no gameplay. But people were like, hell yeah, this game is so fucking cool.
I remember the one thing I think is kind of scummy about this game, and I've said this before, and you already have the DLC, which is good. This was that era where sometimes they would just sell a game and the ending was not available in the full release.
Mm-hmm.
You had to pay for the DLC to get the ending.
Right.
Because this game just ends. You get basically, like, if this was like a Silent Hill, you would get the bad end and then you had to pay $10 to get the good end.
Yeah, this was the age of Project $10, which is like not actually what this game was, but it was, it ends on a cliffhanger essentially of everyone staring off and being like, well, don't know what became of it. Gotta solve the thing now.
Yep.
And granted, the DLC ending, really cool actually.
Really cool. It's a great ending. It's just not as good that they made you spend whatever it was at the time. I don't even think it was $10. I think it was like $6 or something.
Yeah, I believe $4.99 is what I paid for it.
Okay.
But I also bought the Street Fighter DLC, so we're playing that too.
Perfect. I think they advertised that Street Fighter DLC as like the strongest versus the angriest or something.
Yeah, that's the Akuma one. The Ryu one is like the strongest versus the other strongest.
That's so good. This game rules. I have not played it since it came out, but I have very fond memories of it.
You have now seen the entirety of the gameplay of Yasuo's Wrath.
Pretty much. Yeah, I forgot about the impurity level stuff. The you're about to fight an enemy and to show you they fucking show you its power level.
Yes. So you know how much further how awesome you are.
Right. It works. It's good. It's like the Yakuza, this is Ryuji Tomo, the head of the Ryoma clan, or something like that. And the game pauses and stuff. But this is just like, this guy's got a power level 10 times higher than that last guy you killed.
This is actually a pretty good anime.
For sure. Yeah.
It is decently compelling to watch.
Yeah. As far as a shonen type story goes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not even, Asura is not really a child, so it's less like shonen and more like that other one that's more adult oriented. Seinen, yeah. This, by the way, if none of this that is happening on screen right now to you viewers is making sense, That's intentional.
Yeah.
Shall come to an end tonight.
You just kind of have to roll with most of this game. Like, the thing is, Asura doesn't know what's going on, so the viewer never
Right.
knows what's going on.
And you know, they sort of basically reveal what, like, who is behind everything and what's more or less going on eventually, but it's definitely in media res.
Yeah.
Director Seiji Shimoda. I don't know if I know that name.
People of
Me either.
offer your prayers. They will become non-judgmental.
That's like that's another thing, is like, I mean, obviously this is CyberConnect 2, so like they're still probably doing licensed games out there, but I feel like nobody from this game went on to go then like make a really big, wild, like, sequel or spiritual successor or something like that you can point to.
Yeah. Because, like, this thing is, like, I don't know how Capcom greenlit it, because it doesn't make any sense from a let's make a compelling product perspective that will sell copies.
Right.
They're like, what if we made a 14-hour movie that you occasionally press buttons, but I promise you those buttons are cool.
The things that happen when you press those buttons. It's like, this game, I believe, came out after Metal Gear Solid 4, and they were like, you know that microwave hallway scene from Metal Gear Solid 4? What if we made a whole game out of that? It was just, you're doing the coolest thing ever, but all you're actually pressing is just B over and over again.
Yeah. That big Buddha guy is on our side.
Yes. You're like a god. I mean, Asura is obviously a
Yes.
god, but you're like a cyber god.
Yeah, I like the aesthetics, like the general aesthetic framework of this game.
Right.
Threaten to desecrate our land. Oh yeah.
He's got his cool golden arms. Flying through spaceships. Oh.
And he already looks pretty angry, but rest assured, he gets angrier.
Oh god, yeah. You haven't even seen his final form. Which is like kind of the story of this whole game. It's just like all of the rising tension is Asura fights a bigger guy, Asura gets bigger and angrier to beat that guy.
Yes.
And there's some cool twists along the way, but mostly that's it.
Yeah. There's very little story. Like, at one point you're just on the moon, and it's never really explained why.
Right, yeah. Like, the metaphysics of the world of Asura's Wrath are really fascinating in that they don't even try to make them make sense.
Yes.
It's like, they're gods, but also they have spaceships, but also the underworld is kind of a real thing too, so there is magic, but also, yeah, it's just that over and over again.
Also, if I recall correctly, there's like a decent bit of male nudity in this game.
That sounds right, I believe that.
Yeah.
Most of the characters that you fight are just dudes.
Yes. I think at one point maybe like there's like one woman who comes out as a maid, but for the most part, like, it's just guys taking their shirts off.
Yeah. It is, if you love Golden Kamui and Yakuza, like, it's that, but like weird hyper fantasy.
And feet.
Marin chat just says feet.
There's like one bath scene, I think.
Oh, for sure. God, yeah. Like, the actual, like, moment-to-moment scenes of this game are kind of lost on me. I mostly remember the ending.
Yeah. No, the ending is extremely memorable. There's like one specific scene in the ending that I'm like eager to just see again, even though I remember it perfectly.
Right. Also, crucially, I think you can, like, go through all of this, like, Panzer Dragoon stuff here. I don't think anything you're doing actually matters. Okay.
I'm
clarifying.
I'm just pressing buttons and like sounds happen, and like and I get angry enough to burst, which is the basic equivalent of like Super Saiyan.
Yeah. It looks good too.
Yeah, this game still holds up, honestly.
It has this, like, I forgot that it had this sort of like colored pencil art style where everything like looks like it's sculpted out of clay and then like cross-hatched like that.
Yeah. You can kind of see why they were originally tapped for FF7 Remake, and then also kind of see why they were fired from FF7 Remake.
This is still like the opening cutscene of this game too. You haven't even gotten to like the game part, even though you are doing the game part.
Yeah. This is the game, but also the game escalates in ways that It's hard to really describe.
Right. It would be a spoiler to even say what the boss fights are, because they're like that's what most of this game is.
The first boss fight is like honestly one of my favorites because of just how over the top it gets.
You two should be considered.
Merritt in the chat says, "Hey, do we think this guy is evil?"
No, they're fine. They're all on the same. They're all buddies.
Oh yeah, I mean you're all fighting against a common threat, right? The Goma. They're
Yeah.
the real enemy.
Beauty of destruction is before me.
Nothing weird is gonna happen.
Strategies are flawless. There is no need for
There's never been a clearer example of good guys who are also villains.
Well, and in most Japanese RPGs and action games, if there is like a pantheon of gods, usually those gods are the good guys from beginnings to end, and they never change.
Such as this that bring temporary peace or meaningless waste of life.
Deus.
Also, if you're thinking these guys look all very similar and I don't know the difference between them, it's fine.
What
Like, they really don't matter that much.
Yeah, it's Asura who matters here. Come on.
Yeah.
It's his wrath. I do like the zero-G floating monk guy with a golden eyeball.
Yeah. Honestly, I totally forgot he existed until just now.
Another great game that is also kind of just it is basically literally just a boss rush game like this that we should play sometime is Fury.
Yes, Fury is very good.
I love that game. Did you beat that?
No, I think I got about halfway through and then, like, just stopped for whatever. The game got too hard, I think was the problem.
Oh, it's brutal. Especially if you do the true ending and fight the actual final boss, it's brutal.
The Brahmastra? Yeah.
What if Chairman Netero's like ultimate attack at the end of Hunter x Hunter, or I guess at the end of the Chimera Ant arc, what if that was a spaceship?
Yeah.
There you go.
So you can clearly tell they don't care that much about Asura if they're firing a
No.
space laser while he's still out there.
Or like the Earth and the human race.
But why? Not. It shows how serious we are about winning.
Hey, do y'all think it might be a bad thing? This is always a thing that. Look at that.
Impurity level immeasurable. And like no part of that makes any sense.
The entire planet should just like be knocked out of orbit from the sun. But it looks cool as fuck.
It looks very cool.
Asura's
Oh,
Wrath.
right.
Forgot about that.
I forgot about the eye catches that also you can buy DLC of to get cooler ones.
Oh, I love that. Every game should have that.
Yes, 100%. Every game should have previously on Asura's Wrath, Alan Wake, whatever, and
Yeah.
they should also have the eye catches between, like, big moments.
Right, yeah. Oh my god. Now I've worked myself into wanting this team to make another game like this. I'd
Yes.
forgotten how much I liked this.
And again,
Some people at Capcom.
yeah, it's one of those things that makes zero sense for them to ever, like, green light. And yet I'm so glad they did.
If they did it again, they'd have to like do it as like a free game that is just like supported with like, tip jar DLC or something. And there's just like the margins for that are so low, it just
Yeah.
wouldn't matter.
Like, what if they just did it with a Monster Hunter? What if they made a Monster Hunter thing exactly like this?
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. You fight like Lao Shan Lung or something like that in the trailer, and it like escalates to you fighting. I forget the like giant world serpent from Monster Hunter 4.
I know who you're talking about, but I forgot. I remember Dalamud. Was that
Dalamud, yeah.
Yes.
Dalamotor.
Dalamotor?
RJ Lee in the chat. Really, the only thing that's missing is the subtitles that's more fitting a fan subculture.
Yeah. Like the end of each episode should say like, brought to you by Asura's group.
Right?
Anime should be free.
The village just says all according to Keikaku. Keep circulating the tapes. Yeah. Oh.
Father?
Is he all right?
He's fine. He just gets angrier. See, I think this is, as a framework, this is a cool concept of gods exist, but they're only powerful enough as people pray for them. But
Yeah.
like each person's prayer is not equal. There's some people whose prayers are just better.
Yeah. She's basically Bastila. You're like Asura's daughter is Bastila from KOTOR. She's got battle meditation.
Or like dancers in any RPG for some reason that power you up by dancing.
You need to play more Final Fantasy 14, Imran. You should unlock a dancer. They're fun.
I'm trying to figure out what to subclass into. I went around all like the Gridania guilds. I was like, I don't want to be a carpenter.
Oh, sure. I mean, you can do them all. You can have literally every class on one character in that game.
True. Yeah.
So you just play forever. That's the solution.
Also, these QTEs not very tight.
No.
You can spend a long time just waiting to do them.
I'm actually curious because, like, I feel like this game was past the era of you just fail if you miss QT.
Yeah. I remember Rise was that big thing of like it doesn't matter if you pass the QTE or not. But I feel like I don't remember what happens if you fail. I don't know if there's like Leon Kennedy death sequences if you actually do lose.
Right.
We might try that at some point. Not when it's cool. But it's
Oh god, another game that we should stream sometime. Just because it would take about 4 hours. But Heavenly Sword, the early Ninja Theory game,
Yeah.
was also very much that. It's like if you miss a QTE, the character just like trips and falls off a fucking big rope and dies. Oh, look at that!
the size scale on this doesn't make any sense. But
Not in the
but that's totally fine.
Listen. You gotta multiply the size of everything by 6 for 6 arms.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
God, yeah,
he's 3 characters of arms by himself.
right. LMC Clug in chat also mentions the Tomb Raider reboot with like constantly impaling Laura on those quick time events.
Yeah.
Ugh, that was rough.
I feel like that was them thinking we can do this, and I think it looks cool, and then not realizing how like fucking far that went.
Oh yeah. There's some stuff with her like falling down a river and like a mudslide and stuff
Yeah,
that is
and, like,
bad.
Impaling herself, her like she impaled herself on a pole that goes like through her chin.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
reviewed that game and I saw that scene a number of times.
They definitely pared down on it in Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was some. I don't know about backlash necessarily, but there was definitely some feedback around that.
There was a
at the
lot of
time.
people going like,
You should be
"Yo, who made this?"
Who is this for? Who wants this?
We have suffered more casualties than ever, but it will not be back for a while. You should rest.
You don't look that angry. You look pretty normal at the start here. You think like Asura might get angrier or something?
I don't know how it's possible to get angrier.
Purify the surviving Goa.
Every like religious leader in Japanese game in this generation looked exactly like that.
May Shinko
You're absolutely right.
in everlasting
Like everyone would just like, "Oh, the Pope seems evil. Let's just model that to the Pope."
You guys hear about this? There's this guy called the Pope. He's young now.
He's
That spaceship is so good.
it's such a good spaceship.
Like, what if the Death Star was a guy?
There's times where I'm like, it's kind of disappointing this game doesn't let me like that it's not an explore around, poke around game, but also
yeah.
like it's so good that like they get to make this thing that is just whatever the hell it is.
Right. Yeah, I can't point to another game. Like, the closest thing I can think of is like Ninja Blade. It was kind of like this.
Yeah,
It's
From
like- which is-
Software's Ninja Blade.
Right. Actual favorite game of one Mike Williams of fanbyte.com. He loves Ninja Blade. And he's the only person I know who loves Ninja Blade.
Short. Oh, I forgot about this, and I forgot that two of them are DLC.
Oh, right.
Question. Okay, Steven, we've got to act this out. I feel like. Do you want Kalro or do you want the commander?
Let's hit Kalro. I'll try to read it as best as I can. The resolution on this thing is tough with the white on white, but
Oh yeah.
Is this the monkey man but in
Yes.
the back?
This is the old guy.
Congratulations, Commander. We have once again succeeded in suppressing Vitra.
That means nothing. In time, it will be back and pose an even greater threat than today. Vlitra, that vile beast. Destroying it will be more troublesome than I had anticipated.
And who would have thought that the Hellion Asura would be the one to quell it? He even managed to outperform Augus.
That was only possible because he had the aid of the priestess.
Listen, dancers are OP. We all know this.
Ah, yes, his daughter, Mithra. I think this is what that says.
It does.
might very well owe our victory solely to her. The priestess proves to be more useful than Emperor Strada himself. Perhaps I have said too much.
Harnessing her power will be a vital step in achieving our cause.
Indeed, her ability to amplify mantra is quite remarkable. Who would never guess that mindless brute to be her father? I suggest we intervene. For the priestess's sake, he is a potential danger to our plans.
Not just yet. He can still be useful to us.
The anti-mortem says, can we get that as a sound clip? Listen, one of these days I'm going to break out that sound for it again.
For now, we must concentrate on completing the Karma Fortress, as well as finding a more efficient way of accumulating mantra. Without that,
Rest assured, Commander, I have already devised a plan for it all, including the priestess.
very well. Proceed as planned. Failure is not an option.
Before the next stream, we straight up do have to throw in like fan dub subtitles underneath for all of us. Like just little annotations that pop up on screen as we're voicing these characters.
Also, yes, Funko, this is the people who made Kakarot.
Ah!
Which I guess, yeah, that was their last big game.
Yeah. They should have just made this again. They should have just done that with DBZ. That would have honestly ruled.
I was very excited for the game because I thought it was going to be that, but it's not nearly enough of that.
No, not at all. Yeah, RJ Lee, we were just saying that it's kind of a bummer that this game never got like a sequel or a spiritual successor or anything.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, to make a spiritual successor to this, you couldn't just kickstart it or something because you need somebody with a lot of money to give that money to you and not expect any return on investment.
Yeah. You literally need someone who's like, I have too much money. Can you please make a sequel to Asura's Rat? Like, you basically need like the Saudi prince situation, but for CyberConnect 2, and also not a
Right.
murderer. Not a murderer would be great.
Like we need like there's no good example of it actually happening in real life, but like if somebody like won the lottery and just like put all of their money into this.
Yeah.
General Oseram, the Emperor summons you. He awaits your
Machination
presence
troop.
in the throne room.
I wonder if he's going to present you with defeating Lee.
Elvie in the chat. Why is this guy so textured?
He really he does look like he's like ribbed.
Yeah. Well, I think like it is heavily implied, though not necessarily like for story reasons. I think it's just the art style. He's like made of rock.
Yes.
You're still doing credits.
We're in this second episode. For the
Should play an anime OP at the beginning of every episode. What? They killed the Pope.
They set him up.
Oh shit.
No one's gonna believe that Ostro did not kill someone.
Nobody could look at this man. It's like, Ostro, it might have even been an accident. You sure you didn't kill him?
Like
Sure you
he's
didn't, like
he's the most frameable person of all time.
I forgot about all these robot soldiers. The way his face emotes is so good.
Yeah, like this is I think it's not cel-shaded at all, but it's so resembles anime so well.
Yeah. It's like obviously going for a different art style than something like Guilty Gear, but it's kind of in a similar vein.
Yeah.
Ooh, LB asks, candy check, what kind of candy is everyone eating?
I don't have any candy on me, but I do have a Twix wrapper that I just apparently never threw away.
I have a big bag of peanut butter M&Ms.
It wasn't me. Silence! Enough of your lies.
Ooh, cola gummies in the chat. Some cookies, Reese's Cups, Chips Ahoy Candy Blasts. Merritt wishes she had some candy. Okay, and then there's also this.
Yeah, this is the most like fighty the game really gets.
Right. There are a couple of scenes like this. But you can't lose. I don't think. I think it's impossible to die during these scenes.
I think you can die just very, very hard.
Okay. Bivol says hand check. Just redeemed a hand check.
I can't. I'm playing.
Well, we know where your hands are then.
Yeah.
Osra's got 6. We only see 2 of them right now, so let's presume that his forearms are inside of him, so they're probably safe.
Yeah. Did they just like? Did they come out of his shoulders? Like what's his name? Adam Jensen.
Yeah. Right. Oh my God. Yeah. Or like, does he have like a robot backpack like Invader Zim?
Also, if you're curious, every QTE feels really good.
Good, good, good. Asura's Wrath. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, that's the one that always sticks to my. That and Outlaw Star. Outlaw Star had a really good one.
Yeah. I have the complete Outlaw Star like high definition DVD around here somewhere.
I feel like Outlaw Star unfairly maligned next to Cowboy Bebop because it's like very similar aesthetically, I guess, but still really good anime.
It's going for a very different thing. Like Cowboy Bebop is like neo noir, and Outlaw Star is just like campy sci-fi fun with like bounty hunters.
Yeah.
But also that guy had different bullets, and the different bullets did different things. Like I got a number 6 bullet here, and it's a miniature black hole, and I've only got 3 of them, and that was a cool idea. Or when I was a kid, genuinely, I thought the idea of grappler ships, like spaceships that have robot arms that stick out and then they get into like grappling battles in space
Yeah.
was the coolest thing. Excellent. Elvie says pen check. I have a coffee mug full of pens right next to me where I keep all my pens.
I have one kind of junky ballpoint pen here.
Okay.
I at some point in my life I exchanged all my pens basically out for gel pens, and like
Oh.
because gel pens are real good. They feel real
Yeah.
nice.
Totally.
But now at some point somehow they all got replaced with ballpoint pens again.
Yeah, my creative writing instructor or professor, I guess, technically, it was in college, basically told us all to invest in gel pens because you have to put like zero pressure down on the page, so
Yeah.
your hands cramp up less. And I took that to heart and have followed that my entire life.
They were great for taking notes in college.
Hell yeah.
I like how Asura just still has like 5 spears in his back.
It's a good look. It's like a cool image. Is he bleeding? Does he have blood?
I feel like he must have blood.
Okay. Okay, LV, spear check. I just got done recording a Dying Light 2 first bite that we'll have up on YouTube next week, and that I threw some spears in there. Oh shit!
I love that he got so mad he leapt into space.
With such pinpoint precision that he got onto this one spaceship.
Asura,
Get out of my way!
listen to me. Wait.
Move!
This whole game is just like fuck around and find out the video game because
Yes.
it's just like, well, we betrayed like the one worst possible guy we could have done.
Surely he can't get angry enough to kill us all.
Right, there's like 12 of us. There's only one of him. Oh shit, he's got an arm for each of us.
I did what was necessary for the cause.
Throughout this game, Yasha always just goes, Asura, listen. And he will never listen. He will interrupt every single conversation.
What great rebirth. You're insane. I will bear the burden of your wrath and your life, Asura.
I just want to sit here and listen to this. It's so hard. Oh shit, this guy's got fucking Gwyn powers.
Yeah.
He is kind of Gwyn-like now that I think about it.
Yeah. Trying to make a new world with whatever sacrifices need to be made.
Yeah. Mostly this guy specifically.
They
I
also
do-
killed Asura's wife,
Right.
who is Yasha's sister as well.
Right. I feel like there should be some like Luffy versus the lightning guy in Skypiea stuff going on
Oh,
here.
Enel?
Like, yeah, Enel. There shouldn't be like lightning shouldn't work on Asura. He's made of rock.
That is one of my favorite panels in all of One Piece, where Enel just blasts him full, and Luffy just standing there like, huh?
I always love that in the notes, like they explain like Oda is just like, no, Luffy was like way weaker than this guy. This guy's like way stronger than him. He would have kicked his ass. Luffy was just incredibly lucky. Anyway, he just happened to be made of rubber and fought a guy whose power was made of electricity.
Yeah. The Pokemon dynamic.
You're right. Oh shit. Gods always be putting women in crystals.
Yep. Asura for Smash. Asura should have been in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, honestly.
Oh,
I don't
my
know why
God,
he
yeah.
wasn't.
Like, he's such a perfect fit. Like, even Infinite. Like, that would have been obviously Infinite was not a great game, but
Yes.
like, by that point, I feel like they would have been like, okay.
Just the dog. Look at him. Betrayal and vengeance. Time score 1 minute 11 seconds because that's how long I played.
Right? Tyrannosaurus Fresh in the chat. Women had to be in crystals until mad scientists invented putting women in big test tubes. Oh no. Oh, we've been talking about it. People are now also talking about like different characters in the Marvel versus Capcom games. We're also talking earlier today about playing some of those mods
Yeah.
because those things look wild.
Like, someone just fully made Cyclops into that
Yeah.
game. Alright. This seemed to be narration. From myths passed down by generations of humans far and wide, the evil demigod who fell from the heavens. Long, long ago, there lived 8 legendary demigods. They were known as the 8 Guardian Generals. They led the demigod legions against the impure Goma, bringing peace and prosperity to the world. But one of them was black of heart and had ambitions of his own. His name was Asura. Selfish,
so.
selfish with his own aspirations, he turned against his kind and struck fear into the demigod race, taking the life of their emperor Strahta. It was a dark time. Black clouds cloaked the sky, unpenetrated by the sun's rays. Plants and trees all over the world withered and died. Humanity was overcome with grief and sorrow. So basically, what's
History's written
happening?
by the punks.
Yeah, history's written by the gods who are like, we didn't do anything wrong. Then, just when it was believed that all hope was lost, 7 pillars of light poured down from the heavens, and the remaining 7 guardian generals appeared. Under the command of the great Deus, they fought heroically against their brother who betrayed them, and avenged their emperor's death by sending Asura to his own. Thenceforth, they became known as the 7 deities, and they watch over the humans from the heavens.
Labeled a
So it's been
traitor,
it's been
his
like
wife
1,000
killed and
years
his daughter
since this
Yeah.
happened.
All he has left is his wrath, refusing to die.
Anyway,
Asura
episode
awakens
3, and then there's a
strange
preview
words.
for stuff that you're
There,
about
a
to do.
smooth
We can skip it, but I like it.
and begins to
Yeah, why
grow,
would you?
Spurring Asura to make his way back to
Oh
his
my
world.
god.
Oh, I think this is the first boss fight in this episode, which is
Oh my god.
fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah, Merritt. Like, this and El Shaddai are like contemporaries for sure. They're probably the closest things that exist to each other. Dax and Mad in the chat, are y'all beating this tonight? Probably not.
No, this will be. I honestly think this game might last 3 weeks, maybe 4.
Yeah. It's only a couple hours long, but it's still a couple hours, you know?
Yeah, we're doing all like the Street Fighter DLC and the true ending,
Right.
which like adds maybe 6 hours to it. But yeah, we will beat it on stream, just not today.
Yeah. No, this is a full series called Wrath of Khan. You can go to fanbyte.com/videos and find our stream schedule right now. But yeah, this is just a new Thursday afternoon show.
Who are you?
Good question. Not the right one. The right question would be, who are you?
My man hanging off the side of Corrin's tower above the abyss, and then a big robot spider shows up.
But also, he's been here for 1,000 years, just hanging.
1,000 years.
Should you fall?
Oh.
That's it. Oh, yes. There is a reason why you must continue to climb, isn't there? You may have forgotten why, but the flame
Like, where are you? Are you underground? Are you in like hell?
I think it's like a. It's supposed to be hell for gods.
Right. Yeah.
These are our enemies.
Oh shit! Flashback.
Yeah.
Here, Goma.
They used to be friends.
Can't wait to kill that guy.
See what you make of all
Who does that guy look like? He's really reminding me of somebody.
I know what you're talking about, and I definitely remember thinking that when the game came out, but I can't think of who it was now.
I guess he looks kind of like that first member of the Phantom Troop from Hunter x Hunter. That Killua, or not Killua, that Kurapika takes out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Merritt says Naraka is Hindu hell.
Yeah. Makes sense. Is that Naraka Blade Point game any good?
I've heard the couple of people I've heard talk about it make it sound like they like it.
Okay. I see screenshots. I'm like, oh, that looks like something up my alley.
It sounds wild at the very least. It sounds like it's like trying some shit.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like a battle royale. It's like a melee focused battle royale, but you have a grappling hook gun or something, and like a regular gun, but the bullets take like forever to fire, so it's like really hard to shoot people. And it's like just absolutely buck wild character customization, like full-on Korean MMO type stuff.
Yeah. I usually just like mess around with that and then don't play the actual thing all that much. The tutorial is basically press the buttons you think you need to press and
Uh-huh.
Don't think you'll come off
get someone angry. He Naruto runs.
Yep. Yeah, really, the buttons in this game is like, hey, have you played an action game?
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Did you miss? I literally.
Okay, there he goes. Yeah, I mean, these are the people who made the Naruto games at the time.
Yeah.
They just had those animations laying over.
Like this is how those characters ran. Like the movement feels exactly the same as those games. I toyed around with the idea of streaming those games. Maybe we still will at some point.
Sure.
Because the cutscenes are quite nice.
Yeah. Listen, we're gonna have a lot of years in our lives to stream stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like they put out new video games for us to play.
They don't. There hasn't been a new video game for at least 5 years.
That's true. It's really sad state of affairs, you know? Oh, yeah. Catch that baboon arm.
Don't get distracted by multiple enemies.
Right, you can shoot.
Yes.
You've just got key blasts.
Try focusing on another target. That's it.
Are you a Naruto person at large?
I read the manga. I watched the stuff. I have like some Naruto merch, I guess.
Okay.
Like, I enjoyed that, but I also think every criticism of it is true.
Oh yeah? What are the criticisms of Naruto? I know so little about Naruto.
So like, halfway through the manga, you could tell Kishimoto got really bored with like Naruto as the hero, and he started like focusing on Sasuke as like the main thing, and like so much that manga became like a duality at that point, or a do-dragonist kind of thing. And there's just a whole bunch of wasted potential. Like there was plot lines he was clearly going for that he just sort of gave up on.
Oh. I tried watching Naruto, just like the anime, for a little while because I saw the fight scene of Rock Lee versus Gaara, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah. There's a couple of Gainax animated episodes that are really cool.
Ooh, okay.
They did not let me invert this, and I'm not. This means I am struggling.
Well, it's been a big week at Fanbyte for video games where a bunch of rocks fly at the screen and you just shoot them before they hit you.
Yeah. And if we count robots as rocks, that's Vanquish too.
Yeah? Hey, what are robots made out of?
Metal, which are essentially
you-
just rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that
Weird-
from
yeah.
Avatar.
Let's see how you do against your own.
Building robots is just really slow metal bending. Man, it's a bummer that they've never made a good Avatar game.
Yeah. The core game came close in terms of systems. Like, the actual content, not great.
Right.
Like, the actual fight system, not bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, say it's the worst thing.
No. And of course, Avatar: The Burning Earth gave us that, 30-second 1,000 achievement points.
That game is backwards compatible, so you can still do that.
Oh, fantastic. Phil Spencer coming out on the stage wearing an Avatar shirt. That's right, everybody. He's back. For approximately 25 seconds.
They did that like with when they introduced Master Chief Collection. They're like, and of course, every single game will have the full 1,000 and 1,000. And like people cheered. I'm like,
Yeah.
nobody in that crowd got all the achievement points for every game in the Master Chief Collection.
No, absolutely not. Maybe, well, Nikki wouldn't have been in the crowd, but like the only person I could even picture trying is Nikki.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you need to get all the skulls in that game to get the 1,000 achievement points, but like some of the stuff Nikki was describing that they had to do with their friend to get all the skulls in like Halo 2 is deranged.
Yeah. I know about it only through reputation, and I would not. That is not a good use of my time.
No. Yeah, okay. Zed Not in Chat says Halo 2 is perverse. I'm glad I'm not making that up. I remember Nikki describing it to me and it sounding completely unhinged. Oh, yeah.
Here's your reward. That'll be all for today.
Back when he was a baby god, didn't have golden arms.
Right, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, like that's a whole thing. Like there's like the hierarchy and like you evolve into like better forms of yourself that is like represented by like cooler cybernetics, basically.
Yeah.
That is your name, Asura.
Just hanging.
And who could forget these classic moments? like taking these screenshots and like setting it to like, look at this photograph. High school graduation ceremony shit. So did you beat this the first time when it came out, or did you play it later?
I don't remember. I don't think I bought it at launch. I think I heard good word of mouth, and I was like, I'll try that game. I ended up buying a lot of like 360 PS3 games that were just like, I don't know, sounds interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I paid full price for this. I definitely played it soon, but I feel like it was one of those games that it was on sale pretty quickly.
Yeah. I mean, the game was a huge failure, to be clear.
Yeah, right. Because how could you expect it to be anything but?
Yeah. I'd be shocked if it even made back its development cost.
Oh, probably not. Yeah.
Which, again, good on Capcom for having it made, but
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking.
I guess at that time, this is like pre-Monster Hunter World. They were probably just trying anything, right?
Yeah.
'Cause they were the thing I have always heard was that pre-Monster Hunter World, it was like very possible that they would have gotten bought out by a company like, let's say, Microsoft.
Yeah, their board. It's not like it's a family-owned company, but their board did in I think 2016 try maybe not that late, might have been earlier. Their stock board voted for they were willing to field offers for people to buy Capcom.
Right. Yeah.
Which I think the Tsujimotos would have to agree to it, but I think things were pretty dire back then.
Right.
Has been killed.
Treason. The Emperor. Traitor. Look at this. Oh my god. Like this black and white sort of like lighting thing that they are doing here with the red. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
They do good shit. It's just, yeah, they do like one thing really good.
Right. And they happen to be oftentimes shackled to a license that they basically just have to work with. You know,
Yeah.
Kakarot was like, we're retelling the story of Goku again, but in an era where we've seen that a million times.
I would like to see them make a One Piece game, a One Piece fighter.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I feel like One
Yeah.
Piece's fights will lend themselves to those like cinematic QTE like that scene of Luffy stretching his legs so long he cuts Arlong's tower in half.
Yeah.
Like, that is one of these scenes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you pull in both triggers at the same time and it just like spins around. Yeah. Oh, good scene too. That was the scene that got me into. I saw somebody tweet about that whole setup for like why Luffy was doing that and was like, okay, maybe One Piece is actually kind of cool, and I gave it a shot. Or like, yeah, Luffy like building up like elephant gun or something like that, like
Yeah.
inflating.
Crying in Naraka?
Ooh, yeah. Merritt and RJ Lee in chat talking like more games should have like lighting stuff like that, and people talking about Killer 7. There was that Killer is Dead game as well. Did some
Yeah.
stuff, I think, similar.
Which
to
was
that.
interesting, except for it's a problem, but nothing happened. Which is interesting, except like they had a weird thing between like levels, where you would try to seduce female characters in the game in a bar.
Yeah.
Which is like, you could have easily not had that in the game. Like,
Yeah.
that part can fuck off, but the rest of the game, okay, kind of interesting.
It's not a Grasshopper game unless they have some kind of weird misogynist undertones.
Yeah. Did they announce? Yeah, they did announce a new Grasshopper game recently.
Did they?
Or not Grasshopper. The people who left Grasshopper to stay at NetEase.
Wait, is that the Let It Die
Yeah.
spin-off?
Yeah.
Wow. I forgot that they were making that.
They only announced it like 6 months ago, I think.
Right, yeah.
1,000 years
12,000 years.
since you were here last. But that's nothing to a demigod like
But that's nothing to a
yourself,
demigod like
now
yourself
is
now,
it?
is it?
I know from Dark Souls the people who laugh generally are not trustworthy.
Is this how you save the world? This place looks like hell.
Yeah, Imran, that wasn't even 6 months ago. That was October 27th.
I remember looking at it and be like, oh, this is clearly Japanese. I don't know what it is. And I was like, okay, fine. I like had no reaction to it.
I remember people joking on Twitter, is this a Let It Die sequel? And then it turned out to be a Let It Die sequel.
Yeah. I think it's like a battle royale now, not a dungeon crawler.
Right, which is like a huge, huge bummer.
Yeah.
I like the first Let It Die a lot.
I remember enjoying what I played. A barren land somewhere on Gaia. Do you want to be the golden spider, Steven?
I can't hear the audio, so I don't know what the golden spider actually sounds like, but I'm going to give it my best shot. What do you think?
think it's become a tad desolate since you were here last. I can hear thunder in the distance. Can you see the lightning? It is as red as blood. So you remember? Yes, she threat? The threat of Goma still remains even now.
For people at home, I am looking at a game inside of the overlay inside of Streamlabs.
Yeah.
It's
No,
hard
this
for
is
me to
like the
read.
worst possible like way to read it, which I think makes it funnier.
I'm glad this is amusing for you.
Curious as to what your former comrades have been doing. Over there. Have a look.
They let the Goma.
Not quite. This was the work of your own race, the demigods.
What?
They now have control over the world and do as they please.
That can't be.
Riveting commentary, awesome.
A lot can change in 12,000 years. If you don't believe me, why don't you go see for yourself?
Shut up.
There's that famous Asura anger. Well then, this world shall be your playground.
I like the
After
art.
a long
The art's
slumber,
good. Like
It's
the
good.
yeah.
on Gaia. 12,000 years
You're right.
had passed. The world he knew was no more, yet nothing had changed. The struggle between
I
the
think
humans
I think
and
it's like
Goma
Magic the
continued
Gathering
to
where they just
rage.
got a
As
bunch of
Asura
different
witnesses
artists
the
to do
Goma
different
attack a
scenes.
village,
Yeah.
a familiar
I think there's been a
face
different illustrator
appears.
each time.
Feet check.
I do like that each like level has new credits.
Yeah. It's a good touch.
Yeah, which like Metal Gear Solid 5 also did that, but also
Right.
started every single one with like created, written, and like performed by Hideo Kojima.
Uh-huh. Yeah. This one, it's just like gets through it much quicker, and it's usually actually during real cutscenes.
Yeah.
But they commit to the bit, like just all throughout this game. Like that's the whole story of Asura's Wrath is they commit to every single bit that they
Yes.
set out to do.
Nothing commits harder than this video game.
No. My thing with this game, and it's a stupid thing to worry about because the logic of Asura's Wrath is already completely fucking bonked. But I always thought it was very funny that they're like, we need humans to pray for us so that we get more powerful. And then they just like drop nuclear bomb lasers on the planet that wipe out like probably at least 10% of the population of the planet like every Thursday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta give them something to pray for, and not getting bombed is a pretty powerful motivator.
That's a good point. It's kind of the plot of the early stages of Final Fantasy. Sorry, look at these guys, little wimps. Only impurity level 32.
He's just so mad.
Yeah, look at him. Oh, his arms are just quaking. This does make me want to go play Fury again, though. I
Yes.
swear. I still need to play that game Haven, I think, was their follow-up.
I was not like super keen on it. Wait, maybe I'm thinking of like the co-op game of like the two lovers on the planet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was not super keen on it, but like I bet it was pretty good. The problem is we had like time to play one co-op game. It was either gonna be like Haven or It Takes Two, and we chose It Takes Two instead.
Right.
Because after like a few minutes of Haven, I'm like, I kind of wish I was playing It Takes Two.
Ah, yeah. Still need to play that too. Nikki told me and John that we specifically need to play It Takes Two together.
Yes, I would watch that.
Okay. Maybe, hey, you know what? We're doing some work to set stuff up so that we can stream multiple perspectives at the same time. So maybe that's something we can do.
Well, that game, it shows everyone every perspective. So
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, it looks the same split screen or online.
Okay.
Back from the dead, impure demigod Afra.
Asho.
We shall send you
He's a
back
real
to the
angry mon.
sands of
Yeah,
along
I mean
with
that's what some people say.
Got the big. I love a guy with a big floating ring behind his back.
Yes, that's such a cool aesthetic.
Just aura and key blasts out at these fucking like muscle monkeys. They do a good job of like setting you up with like something super ridiculous, and then like, okay, now we'll build up the tension, but we want you to know that eventually you're gonna get back to spaceships the size of
Yes.
Europe.
They started this at like 11. They were like, okay, let's go back down to 6, but we slowly crawl back up to like 15.
That's his health bar, right? That's not yours.
The red bar is my like rage meter.
Right.
The green, I think, is my health bar.
Nintendo 64 in the chat says, did this game ever get like a new console port or a remaster?
Nope. This is the Xbox backwards compatible version.
I don't even think it's on PC.
Nope.
Dexamed does say it's on PS Now, so you could probably play it that way too.
Yeah, it's,
Maybe
not, it's a very heavy, not a very like lithe game. So playing it online probably fine.
All ships, prepare for purification.
For as QuickTime focused as it is, it kind of doesn't matter because they're so open with those windows.
Yeah.
Purify.
Maybe this is something you can't talk about being a news person, but do you think there's any truth to those rumors and stuff about like PS Plus or PS Now expanding into like a bigger library of classic stuff?
I think it makes sense for them to do. Whether I know Sony just hates the idea of like a Game Pass style thing where they had to put their new games there first. So whatever they can do to avoid that, I think they'll do.
Yeah. And I'm probably in the minority on this, but like that is the last thing I care about with it. With new games, I'm just like, whatever. I'll play your new game. You only put out like one every year anyway. I just want to be able to play like Einhander and Brave Fencer Musashi and Suikoden.
Yeah.
It's a good video game. What game do you really wish that was easier to play from like the PlayStation 1 era, let's say specifically?
Tales of Destiny 2. Well, that's more PS2, I guess, but
Yeah, that's fine too. Let's say
Yeah.
PS2 as well.
Tales of Destiny 2 is real hard to find. I really want to play that game. I just never have.
Oh, I'm looking at the box art for this one right now.
Yeah. Look at the eBay prices if you want to
Oh.
get real depressed.
You know what, Imran? I already depressed myself with looking at eBay prices like a week ago.
With
Bad out there.
basically anything that existed on a cart at some point is now just impossible to find.
Oh yeah. I was like specifically looking for Etrian Odyssey 3 at the time, but just for comparison's sake, I looked up Ghost Trick and I think Hotel Dusk. It's bad.
Yeah. I remember very specifically like passing on buying Ghost Trick because I'm like, yeah, I don't need to play it. Or not that I don't need to play it. I played it. I don't think I kept the cart.
Right. And that's a game where there is a port of that. There's a phone port.
Yes. Which the phone port's pretty good, actually.
It's pretty good.
They updated it, I believe.
Yeah. Like, it works totally fine.
Yeah. Something about old DS games just feel better on a DS, though.
It does. That's the thing about, like, Etrian Odyssey specifically. Etrian Odyssey, like, the feeling of having a stylus and, like, the noise it makes when you, like, scratch in part of the map on the dungeon. And just, like, like you're etching into a piece of paper with a charcoal. Ugh.
Has been a while, traitor.
Von Konkel has questions for both of us, asking if I replaced my PSP/Vita, which I did get a new Vita, and asks you, Imran, do you have a similar handheld?
I have both the PSP and Vita.
Do you have one that you like really love, like that you just cherish even now?
The DS, I think, was that system for me. Of like, it was that game where you could, or that system where you could try any game and you'd probably find something you'd love somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Like, there's been no like spiritual successor to like Owendon for me, or Olympian Agents.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying. Like, not really. They put out a sequel in Japan only, didn't they?
There's Owendon and Owendon 2 in Japan and Olympian Agents in America.
Okay.
I own all three of those games. They're all great. Yeah, man, DSi is not region free, but the original DS is.
3DS is not region free either, but I did look into hacking.
Look at this prompt.
Shut Wisen up! You gonna do it? Yeah!
Fantastic.
You cannot even comprehend words of purity.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, you do not want to be getting into a wrath fight with this man.
Asura and John Steinbeck are people you don't want to get into wrath fights with.
Look at this wiener. He's done. He's washed.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The way the camera pulls back to like just show your arm. Not even the impact, but just like the preparation is so good.
It's just all so stupid, but like that's what makes it great.
Oh, absolutely. Donk. Oh. Burst. Oh god, yeah, I'm remembering why I'm doing that right now, which is that when I played this game the first time, I remember like halfway through the game, I just started saying burst every time it happened.
As you should. This is a very like guttural game.
Yeah. Oh, excellent, Imran.
I hit the button at the right time.
Pro gaming strats. We got word from the OXM tip team from Imran. Press the button at the right time.
I was very disappointed when I found out that like shoot the demon until it dies thing was a fake.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just a Photoshop
that's a
years
bummer.
later.
Aww. Shoot the demon until it dies.
Speechless are you? While you had slumbered for
Vajra Wisen.
12,000 years, we attained new heights.
Oh no. How you gonna get yourself out of this one, Imran?
I think I will become also big, but big inside.
Yeah, I guess Asura, they do the make my monster grow thing a lot, but they don't, like, Asura doesn't fight them on their level. He's just like, no.
He just punches them hard enough that, like, it doesn't matter. Every single one of, like, Happy Earmuffs points out, he name dropped the daughter. Every single one of these guys tries to make Asura mad, and, like, that's where they start losing.
Yeah, every one of these guys is a wrestling heel that's just like, John Cena, you don't know what you're doing anymore. You're too old. You're too washed out. And then that's the thing that gives him his power.
Yeah. Like, this guy is basically just a big MJF.
New concept art has been added to extras. Merit, this happens to go in Dragon Ball 2. If I was fighting Goku, I simply wouldn't threaten his family and friends.
Oh, yeah. New artist. The Shinto meeting chamber. All right. Kaoru again.
It seems Asura has returned to this world.
You don't say.
Preposterous! That's impossible!
Nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible actually sounds like fun. Silence. He is nothing but a speck of dust in the past.
Fucking Gwyn-looking motherfucker.
Indeed, our power then was nothing compared to what we are capable of now.
To think there was a time when we had to actually exert effort, purify one large Goma. Oh, how pitiful we once were.
How shall we proceed, my lord? If it pleases you, I can depart immediately to purify him.
We've already sent Wizen. Let him take care of our old friend.
I can imagine the look on Asura's face now. He hasn't the slightest idea how powerless he is against us. Again, I don't know what any of these characters actually sound like.
Ha 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 ha. I think you'd be surprised. Explain. There are no guarantees in battle. Nothing is impossible. Ha 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 ha.
Now one of the self-proclaimed 7 deities. Wizen is intent on sending Asura back to Naraka. His
What of
power
these
is more
so-called
terrible and
deities?
fearsome than
Oh
when he
yeah,
served
this
above
boss fight's cool
eight
as shit.
Guardian generals.
Do you want to do through this boss fight and
Yes.
call it there?
Yes.
I think that's such a perfect way to end each stream, I think.
We have to impose those self-imposed limits, or we'll just be like, oh, but the next boss fight's also cool, so let's just go through that.
Let's just keep playing. Hey, Imran, at least it's Friday, you know?
At
It's
least
not like we have to work.
I was very convinced it was Friday all day until like, oh wait, no, I scheduled it for Thursdays, right?
Oh, no. You were convinced it was Friday until you saw our Twitter account say, at least it's Friday, and then you knew.
There was a point where like we were doing that, like 3 of us were doing that every time we had a meeting. It's like, at least it's Friday.
Now we've just gotten to the point where if we did that for every single meeting that all of us are at, that was all we would tweet.
Whoops.
Oh, whoopsie.
I don't know why I took my hand off the controller. I know this is not that kind of game.
It's fine. Yeah. You'll make it up in this stage. No. I ran an interview today, and at the end, told the interviewee, "Have a great Friday afternoon," says Happy Earmuffs. Why would you do that? Don't be like us.
Interview anxiety already terrible. Thinking it was Friday probably didn't help.
This fucking...
This is a Sonic boss fight.
It really is. You're fighting chaos. Oh, this guy. You tell me this guy lacks compassion? Really? I don't know.
Also, this looks graphically really good.
Yeah. Like the environments are pretty basic, but like the characters and the fights and stuff are just like really good. And, like,
Yeah.
well choreographed. This holds up.
I think I screwed up that last QTE, so I gotta do that for it again.
Oh, really? Okay. Again, I really don't remember where you can actually... I think there are some parts where you cannot die.
Yeah, I don't think you... I think if the health runs out, you will die. But for the most
Okay.
part, it just sends you backwards. There.
There we go. Burst! Good. Excellent job, Imran.
Yeah.
This guy's fucking face. So punchable. Oh, he's getting you with the Mario stomp. Damn, I guess that was it for Asura.
Yep. Short game.
You know, how long did Pete did say it was only a couple hours, so. Oh, no.
This is like legitimately pretty well directed.
Yeah! I wonder genuinely if like some of the people who worked on like the cinematography of that game just got to move to other parts of Capcom.
All right. Once again.
George Lucas off to the side saying, "It's like poetry, it rhymes." Shot Wisen up twice.
God, that's so fucking cool.
Go, go, Power Rangers! This is just the fucking, like, wind music plays.
I really think the key to that show was, like, how cool that guitar riff was.
Yeah! It certainly wouldn't have had the same staying power if not. Your fucking Star Wars The Force Unleashed versus the Star Destroyer.
I'm John Starkiller.
Yeah. Grandfather of Cal Lightsaber. I think you can catch those missiles too. I think that's what the Y does.
Oh, I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but sure.
Oh, well, hey.
I didn't get hit by
That-
the missile, which is the important part.
Right.
I just gotta hit things. You hit things until you get angry enough to hit them harder.
Right?
Like, Avengers Endgame just ripped this off, to be fair.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is one of those kind of like classical works that's like more influential. People don't remember this, they remember the stuff that's based on this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This fucking game!
This game is so good.
Getting into a foot race with a fucking Godzilla man. While you do Panzer Dragoon on him. Yeah, Happy Earmuffs in the chat makes a very important point. This is the first boss.
Yes. They escalate appropriately.
Totally. Hey, Asura! High five! Oh no! Down low, Wisen.
Yes, 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 yes.
I forgot about this! Get his ass! Yeah, that's some One Piece shit.
That is some One Piece shit.
He's made of rubber. How did that happen?
I can't remember
Well,
the-
Asura hit him really hard.
I can't remember if the thing I'm thinking of happens in this boss fight or a later one.
Yeah, I think I know what you're thinking of.
Yeah. Oh, it's this one. They're legitimately like, what if we just escalate this even further?
You shouldn't have sent me to space, Asura, my natural element. Yeah, because it's like, it is really Dragon Ball like in that way of like, you have more forms, but so do they.
Like, legitimately, what the fuck? Again, as mentioned, first boss.
First boss! Oh. God. Remember the end of Gurren Lagann when
Yes.
Gurren Lagann is just throwing galaxies at the other guy? God. Of course, you gotta get your title card.
Mm-hmm.
The traitor. Asura the Destructor. You do not belong in this world.
I mean, very simple. You are the size of the planet.
Hey,
just
yeah.
poke Asura.
Just poke him.
God, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah! Just gotta. You have quick time events for posing.
Yeah!
Ah! Yeah! Look at that fucking fingernail! Oh my god.
I can move the camera around. I didn't realize.
That's such a funny time to learn that. I want to like get up out of my seat. I'm gonna knock over my microphone if I do. This is too much. Oh.
Foundation of my new world.
I'm so glad that people of the world get to see this game
Yes.
over again. Look at this fucking fingernail. I love that they model that.
This is a QTE for remembering your trauma and getting mad. The ultimate Aura Aura.
Right, he's got 6 arms.
He's punching so hard the arms are breaking.
But he's got one left. Burst!
He punched a finger the size of a country so hard, it's reverberating back into the body.
He's just liquefying. He hates this. What if Luke Skywalker punched the Death Star?
Just that fist, just in the holy shit.
Yep. All of, but it's not even attached.
Why are you here, Asura?
Oh right, this game doesn't let up either.
No. That's the thing. If we don't stop ourselves, we're just gonna keep playing this all night.
I think we'll stop at the next episode break.
Yeah,
like the next
okay.
episode, but yeah, like.
You are a fool. Next time, do not come back.
Yeah, it just rolls into the next guy.
Yeah,
There's very little downtime in this game.
It's almost whole boss rush. Is like most of Asura's Wrath. A couple of those little arena fights, but.
All right. I guess we stop there.
I guess so.
We'll come back with the next episode next Thursday at the same time, 2:30. 2:30
Yeah.
Pacific, 5:30 Eastern.
Ass. Everybody in the chat. Ass out for Asura, you know? Ass.
This game
successful.
rocks so fucking much. Holy shit.
Yeah. Thank you so much for streaming it, Imran.
I've wanted to for a long time. Steven, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Steven Strum.
You can also find me on Twitter at ImranZUMG. Also, just go to fanbyte.com. Start clicking links. Doesn't really matter what. Just hang out there for a while.
Yeah, we got this link called fanbyte.com. You want to click on that and tell me if it's working?
Yeah. Also, like, click on a bunch of different things. Stay there. You know, maybe click on a couple
Keep it
of ads.
open.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
We
talk to you all later.
Yeah. Bye.